Look at him. Most people see a boxer coming out of prison, a man who lost 3 years of his prime, a fallen champion trying to rebuild. But if you look closer through the lens of street fight science, you'll see something much more terrifying. You aren't looking at a man who was broken by prison. You are looking at a man who was forged by it. In a world where athletes fall apart after tragedy, where champions retire when life gets hard, where men crumble under pressure, Mike Tyson did the opposite. He came out of prison bigger, meaner, and more dangerous than he ever was before. They locked him up for 3 years. They thought they were putting away a beast. Instead, they created a demon. This is the story of the scariest version of Mike Tyson that ever lived, the man who walked out of those prison gates with one mission: total annihilation. Welcome to Street Fight Science. March 25th, 1995. After 3 years behind bars on what Tyson claims was a false conviction, the prison gates finally opened. And what walked out wasn't the same kid who walked in. He was sculpted in darkness. Prison jacked, abs like braided steel, shoulders that looked like they could break through walls. But the body wasn't the scariest part. It was the eyes. Cold, empty, hungry. While most athletes would be depressed, broken, questioning their future, Tyson became obsessed. He spent 3 years doing push-ups, sit-ups, and shadowboxing in a cell. He didn't have trainers. He didn't have equipment. He didn't have distractions. He had rage, and he programmed it like a weapon. Toughness isn't born. It's built, brick by brick, rep by rep, mile by mile. And Tyson built himself in a place where most men lose their minds. When he was released, the world wasn't ready for what came next. August 19th, 1995, MGM Grand, Las Vegas. Peter McNeeley. McNeeley was a loudmouth, an up-and-coming fighter who thought he could make a name for himself by talking trash about the most dangerous man on the planet. He looked into the camera and said, "Watch me kick Tyson's ass." Big mistake. When the bell rang, Tyson came out like a storm in gloves. No rhythm, no pattern, just violence. Pure, calculated, suffocating. 89 seconds into the first round, McNeeley was already on the canvas. Twice. His corner literally jumped into the ring to save him because they knew if they didn't stop it, Tyson was going to execute him on live television. This wasn't a fight. This was a declaration of war. Tyson was letting the world know, prison didn't break me. It made me worse. Next up, March 16th, 1996, Frank Bruno. Bruno was an old friend, a former sparring partner, a man Tyson had known for years. But Bruno made the fatal mistake of thinking Tyson was weakened. He went on TV and said, "This is the perfect time to beat Mike Tyson." Tyson didn't say a word. He just smiled and waited. When the fight started, Bruno tried. He really did. He was bigger, stronger, 27 pounds heavier, almost 4 inches taller. But Tyson didn't care about size. He broke the laws of physics. Round 1, Bruno tried to use his jab. Tyson walked through it like it was nothing. Round 2, Tyson started landing. Left hooks, right crosses, uppercuts that made Bruno's head snap back like a broken toy. By round 3, Bruno was done. Tyson unleashed a barrage of punches that sent him into the ropes. The referee stopped it. Bruno couldn't even stand. There is a difference between a champion and an executioner. Bruno was a champion. Tyson was the executioner. He entered that ring with a blueprint for Bruno's soul. September 7th, 1996. Bruce Seldon. Seldon was the WBA champion. He had Tyson's old belt, the one they took from him when he went to prison. And Seldon wasn't willing to give it back without a fight. Or so he said. When the bell rang, Tyson walked forward like a predator hunting wounded prey. Seldon threw a jab. Tyson slipped it and countered with a left hook that sent Seldon stumbling. Then a right hand high on the head. Seldon went down. He got up. Tyson hit him again. Down again. This time, Seldon didn't want to get up. The referee stopped it in the first round. Power is an illusion. Power has a shelf life. But Tyson's power was different. It wasn't just physical. It was psychological. Men were beaten before they even stepped into the ring. November 9th, 1996. Beaster Mathis Jr. Mathis came in talking. "I am no McNeeley. I'm Buster Mathis. I can bring it to him." He was undefeated, confident, ready. The fight started and Mathis tried everything. He clinched. He stayed inside. He tried to deprive Tyson of oxygen. He was breaking the rules, holding, pushing, doing anything to survive. But Tyson was patient. He waited for the moment. And when Mathis got too comfortable, Tyson stepped back and unleashed a devastating uppercut that sent Mathis crashing to the canvas. He didn't beat the count. Knockout. Mike Tyson. January 16th, 1999. Francois Botha. After the infamous Holyfield incident, Tyson was forced out of action for 2 years. When he finally got his license back, he was matched against Francois Botha, a dirty fighter who tried to frustrate Tyson with movement, holding, and psychological games. Botha danced, he taunted, he poked the bear, and for 4 rounds it worked. Tyson was losing his cool, getting frustrated. But in the 5th round, Tyson's patience ran out. One perfectly timed right hand landed right on the mark. Botha went down like he was shot. He stumbled around trying to get up. The referee counted to 10. It was over. After the fight, Tyson smiled and said, "I told him, white boy, I'm gonna kill you." That was the scariest part. Not the knockout, not the power, the fact that Tyson genuinely enjoyed the violence. October 20th, 1999, Orland Norris. Norris tried to survive by clinching and holding, but after the first round, he claimed he hurt his knee and couldn't continue. He quit. Tyson didn't even break a sweat. And finally, October 20th, 2000, Andrew Golota. Golota was known as the dirtiest heavyweight in boxing, a Polish bully who broke every rule in the book. Low blows, headbutts, everything. But Tyson didn't care. He walked through the punishment and unleashed hell. In the second round, a devastating right hand shook Golota to his core. After the round ended, Golota refused to continue. He quit on his stool. Fans threw trash at him. The arena erupted in chaos. But Tyson just stood there, calm, sculpted in darkness, waiting for the next victim. So why does this matter? Why am I telling you this story? Because this version of Mike Tyson proves something most people refuse to accept. Pain doesn't break everyone. For some people, pain is fuel. Prison didn't destroy Tyson. It refined him. It stripped away the distractions. It forced him to face himself. And when he came out, he was a physiological freak who broke the laws of physics. Toughness isn't born, it's built. And Tyson built his in the darkest place imaginable. Most people run from pain. Tyson ran toward it. Most people make excuses. Tyson made history. Most people quit when life gets hard. Tyson came back scarier than ever. Now, if you made it this far, I know you're different. You don't want the surface level stories. You want the anatomy of greatness. That's exactly what we do here. Every video, we go deeper. We dissect legends. We expose the truth. So if you want to be part of that, hit subscribe right now. Turn on notifications. Because what we're building here is something real, something dangerous. Next video, the training routine that made prison Mike Tyson the most feared man alive. The brutal, soul-crushing system that turned a cell into a forge. Don't miss it. This is street fight science. Class is over. Now go to work.